How many of you have ever played with your dog and found that your dog can most likely outrun you? A canine police officer is the career that I have chosen to follow, and it's the career I've been following since high school. As a criminology major, I hope to make that happen. Over the course of the speech, I would like to inform you of the salary, how to become an officer who works with canines, and some of the things that they do. The first subject I was going to talk about is the salary. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the median pay for officers is $55,010, which averages to about $26.45 an hour. Also listed was that you have to at least have a high school degree, but it's also recommended that you have some sort of associate's or bachelor's as well, continued education. Moving on to the second topic. Canine officers can do everything that regular officers do. A canine officer is basically a glorified police officer, because a canine officer can go out and do the duties of a police officer and not even necessarily have his dog with him. According to a February 2000 article from Psychological Reports, Dogs is titled, an article titled, "The Role of Police Dogs and Companions and Working Partners." It references that almost all officers who frequently brush, play with, allow their dogs to sleep inside at home, the dog's health and attitude benefit that greatly, which, not supporting how recent the article is, this still shows that police dogs can go home with the owners. They don't have to stay in a kennel in the police station. The handler is almost always with the dog. And even whenever the dog is ready for retirement, the dog still lives with the handler. It's handler's choice, but 9 times out of 10, the handler almost always takes the dog. Which goes to show the bond that is made, not just through the career field, but by living with the dog at home. Canines are trained in search and rescue, narcotics, bomb, and most frequently you see them as like the assault, where they're just chasing the bad guys. Most popular images are the dogs digging through the Twin Tower wreckage. They're used for a lot of scenarios like that. Next, I'll inform you on things you have to do to become a canine officer. Obviously, a canine officer is just like regular officer. You have to go through the police academy, and then after that point, you have to remain usually a police officer for so long before the department will train you specifically for canine. You have to also, well, you don't have to, but it's recommended that you also do training with the dogs before you're selected. You wear the big dummy suits and run away from the dogs, or you just basically help train the dogs. In a recently updated informative on canine training, the Criminal Justice School information site, the handler learns to train and work with the dog, and the dog, among other things, learns basic commands and control based on the commands. The training is not all hands-on. The handler has to have a basic knowledge of things as well before going in. They also have to have a certain situational awareness. Stated in the later chapters of the Canine Officer's Manual, canine officers must know what chemicals harm the dog and don't harm the dog when using chemicals for like crowd control or other situations like that. In conclusion, I covered the salary, how to become an officer, and what an officer does. The canine occupation is a loving yet sometimes deadly job. Remember, next time when you're playing with your dog, he can most likely outrun you, and his bite is more than likely stronger than your grip will ever be. Thank you.